Hey, by the time Tinubu is done with Nigeria and Nigerians, we will see our ears. We will see our eyes, we see our ears. By force, e go turn. That head go turn. We go see those ears. Because omo, Tinubu is on a mission. Na only you know the mission wey e dey, but e dey for real mission, and it's not good news for us. They say court upholds CBN's right to collect social media account usernames of Nigerians. So CBN, they now want to collect your, when you go to register to open an account, they will collect, or they will even ask you to send in every one of us. What they want to do with it, I don't know whether they want to start taxing us and saying that, oh, you are collecting money from social media or whatever, or is it to now begin to use it to go after. I just don't even know what it is that they are really interested. But let me read what this article, is all about. The Abuja division of the Federal High Court has upheld a regulation that allows the Central Bank of Nigeria to collect the social media information of customers as part of the Know Your Customer Protocol. Justice Nnamdi Dingba on Thursday struck out a suit filed by Chris Eke challenging Section 6A, Section 6, subsection A, subsection 4 of the CBN regulations, which he claimed to be a breach of privacy of Nigerians. The judge ruled against Mr. Eke, saying he could not fathom how gathering information that customers by themselves made public could be considered a breach of privacy. I should even say that the essence of having a social media account for someone to be publicly visible communication-wise, Mr. Dingba said, while outlining points that made him strike out the suit. It therefore appears quite ironic, though, that one can suggest that asking for information about a social media account with which the individual exposes and immerses himself or herself in public can amount to violation of privacy rights, which right itself is all about isolation of one from public glare. But I think I can categorically say that the judge has gotten this wrong here. There are a lot of people that have social media accounts, but you don't know. Some people have burner accounts. For example, there are people who have their main account. Let's say, for example, myself now, I will now go and I have my one account. There's nothing I'm going to say in another account that I will not say it in my own account. Pata you go vex, you go carry the vex. Pata you go say I share this, I share that, and na your match you go take talk. But there are some people who actually, because maybe they can't say certain things because of their persona or their public perception, or the way they now have other accounts where they can really freely be themselves. Yes, I know, like when you are really, if you're really quite new and public, there's a lot of disadvantage that comes to it. There are certain things now for me, because if I just, anything I say becomes headline, before you know what's happening, they've carried it, this. So there are some, before, I'm this kind of person that I joke a lot. I joke, but now I can't. I don't do all of just joking. I joke a lot, and I have this sense of humor and stuff like that. So there are some people who have what they call burner account. There are some people who are on social media. You don't even know that that's their account. They are just that there are some, they don't even write. They don't do anything. They only use it to read what is happening. So like my daughter, she uses it to come to my handle on Twitter. When she's bored, she just come to my handle and come and see the people that are saying all sorts of things about me or whatever, and she will laugh. Because one of the things that my family, we have very thick skin. I brought up with that confidence. We don't need validation from anybody. So my kids, they always go to my handle and go and laugh and see stuff like that. So they doesn't do any, even her Instagram, this, she has never made any post. It's been there for how many years? She has never made any post. She just is the one of real, that the one that disappeared. She even put from title, like on X, Twitter, is just to go. And with my son, the same thing. So there are people who, even though they are on social media, they are private. You don't even know that that's their social media. If they don't put their name, they are just there to just see what's happening. So you can't come and say that, oh, because they have a social media, that's not for the bank to know. That's for me to be using it for whatever I'm using it for. So I think even in that he's saying he didn't get it wrong, right? The judge said that it was public knowledge that some entities require social media handles of candidates filling applications. According to him, if the requirement was not considered a violation of privacy in that instance, it shouldn't still matter in the case of CBN. It is also to my knowledge that even in filling some business applications, personal information of this sort is sometimes required and parties generally oblige. If it does not constitute a breach of privacy, why should it now? He advised that customer who found such social media handle requirement intrusive can decide not to bank with the financial institutions in question and look for other options. So this particular statement that the judge had made, it makes sense to me in a way, because okay, yeah, there are people who are asking, there are, for example, embassies and all of that, they will ask you for your social media account. Even a lot of places, when you're failing, they will ask you for a social media account, so that if you don't find that intrusive, so why is this particular? But the main thing is because, of course, people, we don't trust our government. Nigerian government is not trustworthy, especially this illegitimate government. And so that's also one of these. And in this case, it is not the banks themselves. The only thing our fault is, it's not the banks themselves that decided that they want to collect social media handles. It is CBN that is directing. Why is CBN directing? What is CBN's business in that? Are they going to say, oh, it's a way for you to know this thing? But of course, like what the judge said, if you don't want to do it, then you don't. But the thing is that if all banks are required to collect it, then you don't have any option, because it has been mandated. So it's not as if you can go to another bank that is not collect. This is now a must. For example, when I'm filling a visa, I can decide I don't want your visa if you tell me to something. But a bank, now if all the banks are mandated, does that mean that I will not be bankless? I shouldn't have a bank. So that's also an argument that can be put out there. Where he said potential customers can refuse to do business with any bank insisting on the information as part of his social media, but to seek other alternatives. But now the CBN is insisting every bank must collect it. So you're not going to, so that's no longer an option. If it's that way, then the CBN also should not make it a law that it must be collected. It should leave it at the discretion of the bank to collect or not to collect, so that you now have option where you can go to another bank and be able to collect and go and bank with them if they are the ones who are not collecting social media. So as far as I'm concerned, the judge also in this one twisting it up and not getting it right. There's no justice here. Mr. Dingba, in his opinion, said that it would be highly unreasonable to hold the respondent CBN in breach of privacy for what other persons have access to. The judge described Mr. Eke's fear that his social interaction would be monitored as a speculative and rather incredulous to believe that the financial institutions have the luxury of time to concern itself with such frivolities. Then why is he doing it? Why is he bothered? This for me, why is the CBN bothered on the fact that they want to collect, the social media handle of its citizens? Why is it doing that? And why should that be an issue? But anyway, this is what we are seeing. They say anyhow, maybe see her, maybe take her like that. So thank you so much for watching and always being there. I'm sweating profusely. I don't know whether you can see this thing. I put off the fan because I didn't want the noise disturbing, and then the remote is so far away. But anyway, thank you so much for always watching and always being there. And if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, like and share, and let's just get the more in people that are informed, the better for all of us. This sweat is now getting out of the way. Thank you so much.